Look who I got back together. If you've watched the channel for a long time, you know that our first attempt at a video, these two characters were my crew. We got our cameraman over here, Garrett, Delaney, my little mini-me. We attempted to make a video. It did not go very well. Garrett tried his best to contain these two.
Yes, sir.
But it was a little rough. But here we are, like 4 years later. Channel just kind of started about a year ago, but like I said, I think it was 2018 we tried that video and it just went horribly wrong. But anyway, I got these two as special guests today. They're actually checking out our new place. We moved. We used to live right over there. And we have moved here, and now we've got the Silverhammer Loft. So today, we're gonna give you a tour. These characters are gonna join me. We're gonna show you the smart home. Basically, this place has become like a little art gallery slash smart home abode. And so we're just getting started. I've kind of left it basic. We've just lived here 2 weeks. And so I want this video to be interactive. I want you to give me suggestions on cool devices that you think I could use. I know I'm supposed to be an expert, but come on, give me some feedback. Give me some ideas. So yeah, we're gonna show you some art. We're gonna show you some smart home tech that we've got already. And then in the comments, let us know what you think we should add to this place. So we're gonna go downstairs and start the tour. Let's go. Woo! Woo! Start with some tech, which is our video doorbell. We're waiting for our special guests that are joining us today. It appears someone's at the door. Those two characters. What do we got going on with? Well, hello!
Hello!
Welcome!
Hi!
So nice to see you both!
Hello! Obviously.
Okay, so here we are in the entryway. We got our Google battery doorbell, and we are using the Starling Home Hub to get that in HomeKit. Everything in here is HomeKit once again. So again, when you're thinking about suggestions for us, think about Apple HomeKit. So we got the Google battery doorbell out there. We got the August Smart Loft. Now, unfortunately, I just ordered the Schlage lock that's got the Apple Home key, which I was so excited about. But this door behind this lock is very strange. It's got a very small hole. And since this is an apartment, I can't really drill a new hole. So I'm very disappointed, but I can't use that bad boy. So I might install it in my shop and still do a review on it. But because of that hole, I had to abandon the level lock, which I had in my old place. I had to go back to the August. And the August is still a great lock. Go back and watch our video on the comparison of those two. So we got our August lock, we got the video doorbell outside. And then again, this apartment is all about art and tech. So we're gonna pull the curtain on the back a little bit and we're gonna talk about some art. So my dad had an art gallery back in New York before I was born. And so he was a very talented painter. And so everything in here is original art, by the way. So we've got art from Delaney over there, that character. We've got art from my dad, and we've got art from our lovely camera woman, my wife, Teresa. So everything in here is either done by them or my little tech art. So we start with a painting from my dad. This is one of the ones from back in the day. We just use it because it's kind of fits this wall. But, so that's art piece number one. Then as you walk in, you got Delaney's art. How long did you do this?
I think that's freshman year of high school.
Freshman year of high school. She's now a college person. She's left us. That's why she's visiting today. But yeah, so she started out pretty talented. She's going to school for interior design. So she's kind of putting that art brain to work. It's very exciting. And so there's her art. And then over here, we've talked about this in a couple other videos, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. But this was my dad, and this one is on my arm. My half sleeve is from this painting. So again, that art from my dad. Then as we keep walking in, we got our Ecobee thermostat, and we've got our wall-mounted iPad Air. This is the new iPad Air, so we got HomeKit on there. and we can control it from here. And again, as we go through this, you have any suggestions, please let me know, because we're starting from scratch here, and I just want some cool tech. Just give me some cool tech. And yes, I'm a HomeKit guy, but if it's not HomeKit, let me know. But I'm trying to stay HomeKit, but just so you know. Okay, so thermostat, iPad. Okay, so as we go on, so part of the reasons we got this place is our SimpleHuman business model is changing a little bit. We had the shop, which we gave a tour of. Go back and watch that video. Then we had our apartment, but slowly but surely I want to combine those two because the way of doing business is kind of changing a little bit. And then thanks to your support, we also have the YouTube channel. And so I'm very excited to have my YouTube studio here. And in addition to my office, which will eventually be my SimpleHuman office, but more importantly, I got my own space for the YouTube channel. So that's where we're going next. So welcome, here we go. So we kind of got the studio, we've got a bunch of tech in here. It's all very exciting for me personally, and I'm happy to share it with you. We're running this bad boy on the newest MacBook Pro 16-inch. Got my beast of a Mac Studio here, and the Apple Studio display. And then we've got the latest iPad Pro 12.9. And then got the Max, which I edit my videos on. Got a HomePod there. Both these desks are standing desks, which is awesome for unboxings and such. We got our lighting and microphone situation here. And then Apple TV. And by the way, just like our last Smart Apartment tour, all these TVs are AirPlay compatible. And so they're LG. And we do have Apple TVs on them, but also AirPlay compatible. We got our Orbi router, and I'm not even going to talk about that, but boy, how much I love it, because I've talked about that to death in our other videos. But the Orbi router, which I love. We got our Ecobee room sensors, which is fantastic for climate control. I've talked about that before as well. And then, yeah, we do have our little fitness space in our old place. When this medium-sized person over here left us for college, it was devastating for me to turn her bedroom into a studio, and she will tell you that she was more upset about it than I was. She's like, I'm gone, do whatever you want with it, I'll sleep on the couch. And she's even told us that our couch in there is the best sleep she's ever had. So anyway, at one point or another in our lives, this would have been her room, but no, it's a studio now. What else we got in here? Oh, art. We got art, more art. First of all, this is my little version of art. My Apple box wall, which I'm very proud of. All those products are in here somewhere.
They do make a cool box.
They do make a cool box. Apple's all about the packaging, and you can't go wrong there. So that's a recent addition. Then obviously we got some sound dampening going on in here. And then we have more art up there, which is a lot of my dad's stuff, some of Teresa's stuff. Actually, some of Teresa's first work is up there. Yeah, at least our first work while we were together.
Yeah, it's a pretty good evolution right there.
Yeah, so we're just excited to have art everywhere because I love art, I love tech. We got our Philips Hue motion sensor. We got some Grid Studio art here. This is the iPhone 4S. I've talked about this before. I got this one because it's the first iPhone with Siri. It also was announced the day before Steve Jobs passed away. And then I got the original Apple Watch version of this coming that's gonna go over there because I'm all about symmetry. What else we got in here? I think that's about it for in here. But any studio ideas, please let me know. It's my first one, so we're gonna learn this together. But I'd love your input. All right, moving on. All right, so Teresa and I are not a couple that share a bathroom. I'm all about the his and her bathrooms, right, Teresa?
Exactly, no way.
I
sharing a
cannot
bathroom.
wrap my brain around brushing my teeth next to somebody. I just can't do it. I don't know, maybe I'm weird. I don't know, a lot of people do it. I just can't do it. So anyway, this is the women's restroom. And as far as tech, we got the HomePod Mini in there. You gotta have Siri while you're showering. But one thing I do want for a suggestion, for all you people with smart lighting, we got this weird light fixture here. And so I know on this bathroom, it'll be more of a big deal in the boys' bathroom because she does have a normal switch here, which I can make that smart. But I want you to keep in mind when we get to the other bathroom, I got a question for you. Okay, so moving on. And one thing I forgot, I don't know how I forgot this with the entryway because this is a very important part of my life. If you watched our last tour that we just did, we pulled the curtain back a little bit and I showed you my shoe collection. I took over the master closet. I kicked Teresa out of the master closet. I got a problem with Adidas. Come on, Adidas again, hook me up. You talk about sponsorships. Adidas, come on. But anyway, and Delaney has inherited my top.
Yeah, look at these cool kicks.
Look at those kicks.
Oh, the Nikes. Oh, no.
Oh, you're talking about scared. I was like,
So we got Jordans, we got Yeezys. So I gotta get the Yeezy thing, I really do. But anyway, here's my shoes. And again, very excited. I know it's weird to have it in your entryway closet.
I can't believe we got every single pair to fit in there.
It's a lot of them. All right, moving on. We already covered this. So then we got the, by the way, in the studio as well, we've got the Q Edison style lights, which are pretty cool. They have the Edison bulbs in here already, so I thought it'd be cool to go ahead and do that. So those are Philips Hue bulbs, those are Philips Hue bulbs and track lights. We got one of the cool yellow HomePod Minis in here. SimpleHuman stuff everywhere, trash cans or soap dispenser, hand sanitizer. We got the clean station there for our phone, just like in our last video. And more art. Now, all of these up here is Teresa. Teresa did all three of these. This one she did for Delaney. These two were for us. And then again, in the kitchen in these places, since we rent, they're not as exciting as I want them to be because we have smart appliances. But still, we do it. We have the Keurig. We have some stuff in here, but not much. All right, this is Don Quixote. This is by my dad. This is my next tattoo idea. Something in here to weave in and out of my sleeves. Don Quixote, the dude was scared of windmills. It was a big thing, but man, there's years worth of stuff to discover in this painting if you really look at it. So that's from my dad. All right, and in here, we're rocking the Sonos Arc. We've got double subs. And we might bump a little bit too much for this apartment. We don't know yet. We'll find out. Our neighbors will tell you soon, I'm sure. HomePod Mini in orange. We're rocking the Orbi in there, and we've got the Hue Bridge in there, and our modem. Again, LG TV. This is a 75-inch LG, AirPlay compatible, HomeKit compatible. We got our Apple TV back there, the Apple TV 4K. We got our Nanoleaf wall panels. I've been all about the shaped panels with the colors, but this time I went the elements, and you know, with the loft theme, I think it fits in pretty well. Obviously a little cooler at night, but what I like about these elements is they still look pretty sweet during the day. What do you think? The elements, the Nanoleafs.
yeah, I like the wood, how much is
Yeah.
the vibe.
The vibe, yes. The loft vibe. And then I was never a tchotchke guy or picture guy, but we actually have plants. Got a little life in here. So it's different for us. We got an Ecobee sensor over there. Again, this is very bare bones right now. We want your suggestions on some additions. We do have our Nest cams. There was actually one in the entryway too, and I've again got those in HomeKit with the Starling Home Hub. And those actually have, when they're powered, they have HomeKit secure video as well. And then some more art. Now, my dad was from New York, moved to the Nebraska Sandhills, which was a very drastic change. And so this is an ode to my dad by Teresa. So you've got the cityscape over there, and then you've got the Sandhills over here, and it's one of my favorites that you did, Teresa.
Thank you.
Probably hanging in our living room. High five for no reason. Yeah, all right, cool. Let's see, what else we got? Anything else anybody can think of? Moving into the bedroom. Let's see what we got in here. Come on in. Come on in. All right, so we got a HomePod Mini in blue, and that's we actually kind of themed some of this stuff on art colors and HomePod Mini colors. So all the colors you see in here are based off those two things. So the blue, we got a Hue lamp in there. We got our Belkin fast charger there. Another Hue light over there. We got our LG TV, also again, AirPlay compatible Apple TV behind it. SimpleHuman trash cans. Now I know this might not be tech, sort of, but nomadic navigator bags. These are my tech bags for my various versions of tech that I'm carrying. I love them. We got our air tags on all of them. So anyway, great backpack brand, luggage brand, nomadic.
Shout out to Peter McKinnon, correct?
Yes, Mr. McKinnon, another YouTuber, awesome photographer, awesome YouTuber in general. He's got his own bag, great photography bag. for videos for YouTube. All right, we got a Dyson Absolute Plus. We've done a video on this. We saw this in our last tour. The Dyson fan with series shortcuts. That's basically in HomeKit. You can control pretty much every function of it. Again, fill 2 of the Edison bulbs above us. This is another one of Teresa's beautiful paintings she did for Delaney. Delaney, why'd you quit guitar, man? Come on. So Delaney took guitar lessons for several years. She needs to pick it back up again because she was actually rather good at it.
6 years to be exact.
6 years? And then why'd you give it up?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, well, you should pick it back up. Let's see what else we got. We got another painting by my dad. My dad did that right before I was born. That's been in pretty much every bedroom I've ever had as a human being. So here it is in this one. Let's see, just a not so exciting closet full of a lot of Adidas. Not nearly as exciting as my shoe collection, but pretty much everything in here is still Adidas. And then again in the bathroom, we got some SimpleHuman stuff, HomePod Mini. There we go. So a pretty brief tour, but I'm looking for suggestions. Like I said, I had to have some stuff in here, the lock, the lights. We had to get started. We've been in here 2 weeks, but just anything you can think of that would fit. You know, one of the things I do want to ask about, and I'm going to go back to the bathroom for a second because I did have a question that I was going to ask you guys about that. All right, so for this particular blind, what are you thinking? Smart blinds. We got these old nasty blinds. Now, Teresa and I actually lived in this building
10 years ago.
10 years ago, and we're back. This is actually the first place we live downtown here, and these blinds are the same sense. So looking for a good blind solution. Now, we've been in apartments for so long, I've never had blinds. Now, I watch videos from Mr. Watley and Shane Watley. Check out his channel, awesome HomeKit stuff. And I'm just trying to look, you know, modern day tech. Several other HomeKit guys. I'm looking for some good blinds. So give me some suggestions, please. And then go into the bathroom real quick. This light switch. We got this weird light fixture which I can't switch because it's an apartment, but you got the power switch combo. So if anybody out there has a good solution for this to make that smart, let me know. Okay, so again, we'll summarize. That's it. Had a lovely little time touring with these characters. Nice to have her back from college for the day.
Characters get back in the shot.
Characters get back in the shot. This stud right here. You know, if you knew me at all, how important it is to her, for her to have a boyfriend that I like, because you know, I used to catch criminals for a living, and I am a human lie detector, and I've got some skills beyond tech and security. So I like this guy.
Right.
And high five. And thank goodness he's back in our lives. These two bizarrely separated for a while, and then this guy here had to get them back together, and I'm so glad they're back together. And another cool thing about these two is they're going to live here in October and be our neighbor. And so she's been away from college, which has been devastating for me, even though it wasn't that far. But to have her back in the same building is very exciting. So another wonderful reason to live here, and this little stud is going to be my neighbor. I'll be able to keep an eye on him as well. All right, so that's it. Again, like, subscribe. Hopefully you liked this video. Smash the like button if you did. And you know, please, suggestions. Any smart home tech you could think in this place, please let us know. I very much appreciate your support. Go back and look in the link in the description below. I'll put the video of the ridiculousness the three of us tried. It was entertaining to say the least. It's been out there for a while, but if you've never checked it out, check it out. She was a little younger, he was a little younger. You can't see him in it, but you can hear him, and you can hear her giving him some crap. 4 years ago. So in their lives, that was forever. All right, that's it. So until the next video, peace and love.